A portion of this video is sponsored by ASUS. So the first few months of 2025 are looking to be very packed already. We got the new 50 series cards coming out later this month. I've got a couple of projects going on in the background, a new case with Thorzone. So genuinely a lot happening in the background right now. But while we're kind of in this waiting period for the new cards to release, I figure now's as good of time as any to, show off what I'm going to be using, to get everything done. I'm actually still using my FF04 build from a video I made a few months ago. I like it because it has an all CNC aluminum construction, just incredible build quality and materials that are used here, but it is designed around the ProArt card specifically. It's really nice from an aesthetics perspective, but it does come at the downside of, limited upgradability and compatibility. So I've got a 7800X3D and a 4080 Super in here. I think this thing is just an absolute piece of art. And considering I like to have my PC up on my desk, mostly to keep it clean, but also because it's a sit and stand desk, I want to have something that I enjoy looking at. And this one just fits that bill for me. It looks like ASUS is making a ProArt 5080, which I'm very happy to see. Now I just have to hope that it's the same dimensions as this one so that I can upgrade it later. Otherwise, I'll have to move on to something else until I'm finished with my case later this year. It also very conveniently has the perfect footprint for this monitor stand that I was gifted from Hex School. It's called the Hex School Studio, and it's one of the most functional and modern looking monitor stands that I've seen. The top is removable, so you can stuff any power bricks, external drives, or excess cables inside of it, which does help keep the desktop tidy. There's a few ports hidden away on the bottom left, some are just for power, but 2 of them are passed through to the inside so that you can route them to your monitor or your PC, which makes for a cleaner and more convenient USB hub. On the top, there's a hidden wireless phone charger, and on the back is a giant power strip with 14 plugs. So you can plug in your PC and monitors or anything else, and then route the cables through the grommet and into the monitor stand. Then of course, you got this long light strip to illuminate the desk, which I use this every night so that I can see my notes or my keyboard. I'm still using my keyboard from Mode. It's easily the best keyboard that I've owned, but it's not backlit, so having the light in the stand is really handy here. Now I'm using the Mode keyboard with the ROG Harp Ace Mini. It's nothing fancy or expensive, but it's very comfortable and lightweight. It's still a gaming mouse, but I'm really not playing games much at this setup right now. But what I like about it is that you can have it paired to one device with Bluetooth and then another with a USB dongle. So I'll keep the dongle plugged into my PC, and then if I need to take it with me to use on my laptop, I can just go Bluetooth. Also, the white and gray color scheme matches my keyboard perfectly, so that works out. Okay, so audio equipment. I don't really consider myself an audiophile, but I do love my headphones. On my desk at all times is the Sennheiser DT990 Pros. They are over-ear studio headphones, and I pretty much use them anytime I'm editing my videos or just generally using the computer. They're lightweight, and the cushions are comfortable, so I can pretty much wear them all day if I need to. These ones are 250 ohm, a little harsh on my ears in the highs, but I feel like I can hear all the details. And so those are hooked up to a Scarlett 2i2. Right now I'm just using it as a headphone app. Sometimes I'll hook it up to a microphone, but for the most part, I'm just using it for the headphones. Now, if I'm not using my DT990s at my desk, then I'm using my favorite pair, which is the Shure SE846 in-ear monitors. So what's interesting about these is that there's 4 high-def drivers inside of them, meaning that there's just a lot of clarity to the sound. Inside the carrying case, there's 4 types of sleeves for whatever you find to be the most comfortable or suited to your use case. My favorite is also, the ugliest of the options, which is this yellow foam sleeve. But the difference in the bass reproduction between these and the other sleeves, it's insane. There are also swappable filters. They look like these little pills that you install, and what they do is change the sound signature. It all sounds, overly complicated and overkill. And to be fair, it absolutely is. But for me, once I experimented with the different options and found what I liked, I really haven't messed with it since. So game audio, music, really anything, they produce the best sound that I've personally heard in a headphone. Now, when it comes to more casual listening, when I'm doing chores or working on a build, I've been using these wireless over-ear headphones from Masters and Dynamic. They're very convenient to use. It's got multi-point Bluetooth pairing, so I can have it paired to multiple devices, and it automatically switches based on whichever one is playing the audio. Now, let's take a look at the focal point in what's arguably the most important part of the setup, and that's these monitors. The top main one is the PA27JCV ProArt 5K display from ASUS. And I've been using this as my main daily monitor for everything productivity focused, and I've been really enjoying it so far. It's fit in perfectly for my workflow, mostly due to a couple of key features. So first of all, it does have a built-in KVM. Doesn't sound terribly special at first, but so many monitors lack this functionality, and I really wish that it would become more commonplace, and this one has it. Now, because I use this setup for basically everything work-related, writing, research, editing videos, and some development work, I will often need to switch between my MacBook and my PC. I just prefer developing on Mac. That's what I use throughout my career, and there are some tools that are just exclusive to that platform. And with the USB-C connection, you get power delivery along with data and video. So that combined with the KVM, I'm able to swap between these two computers very quickly and easily. But also, we don't want to forget the headlining feature, and probably the main reason somebody would want to pick this up in the first place, and that's the 5K display. Don't get me wrong, 4K, it's great and typically more than enough resolution for a lot of people, but the difference between 5K and 4K is far more noticeable than you would think. At least it is to me. Text is just much crisper. There's more viewing space for the timeline in DaVinci Resolve as an example. And yeah, the UI on Windows and Mac, it just looks cleaner. And that higher PPI is perfect for design work. So that's been great. But beyond the resolution, the screen itself just wouldn't really work for my needs unless it was color accurate. I need to use it for color grading my videos and things like that. Now, because this is a ProArt display, it's tailored towards creators. So filmmakers, colorists, designers, etc. So it reaches 99% of the DCI-P3 and 100% of the sRGB color gamut. It comes factory calibrated, but what I thought was a really nice bonus is that it's also Visa MediaSync certified, which focuses on video production workflows. So your video playback will be without frame drops or jitters or anything like that. Now I've been using this one as my main screen, but underneath it, I've got another ProArt display, and this one's actually pretty cool too. It's a little unassuming at first. It kind of just looks like a regular portable monitor, but this one is called the PA169CDV, and it has Wacom EMR technology as well. These are usually used by graphic designers. I know all the graphic designers at the agencies I've worked at in the past, they all use Wacom tablets, so it's pretty much the standard. But it comes with a battery-free pen that you can use for all your drawing and cursor movement. This has been really convenient when I want to sketch up an idea that I have for the case I'm working on, or really anything else. I should mention that this is a 15.6 4K display, but this one, like the other, is a very color accurate display. It's Kalman and Pantone verified, and it's calibrated out of the box. 10-bit color depth, 100% sRGB, 100% Rec 709, and Cinema Grid DCI-P3. So color accuracy seems to have been the major focal point for this tablet, and with the type of work that I do, that makes this just infinitely more useful for me. Now, because of that, I can use it as my clean video feed. So I'll have my timeline up on the 5K monitor, and then my clean video feed on this guy that's sitting closer to me. And so that's just been a really nice way to get through my edits. But I know many of you watching this, maybe you don't edit video or really care about that specifically. But if you are at least a graphic designer or any type of artist, at least you're getting very accurate colors and also access to a dial on the side, which you can customize to whatever controls that you want to set. For me, I'm using it to zoom in and out of images and to adjust brush sizes in Photoshop, but this also works in other creator applications, including DaVinci Resolve and Illustrator. And also, Asus has partnered with Adobe to provide a free 3-month subscription with the purchase of any of these ProArt products. This includes both the monitors I just mentioned, and that offer is stackable on top of existing Adobe subscriptions. So that's the 2025 setup, how it is now and probably for the foreseeable future for anybody who cares. But, I'm going to be continuing doing more build videos. Obviously, I'm just waiting for the 50 series to drop because it's kind of hard to put together any recommended builds at this point while we're waiting for the GPUs to drop. So anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.